Hello everyone, welcome to SK Live. Today we have India's most deadly bowler, the fastest bowler India ever had, Mr. Javagal Srinath. Sir, welcome to SK Live and thanks for sparing your time to coming and for coming on the show. How have you been, sir?
Thanks, Indranil. I'm doing pretty good. Just waiting for things to get normalized, and hopefully we get back to the routines of life.
So you have seen the generation of two fast, cricketers. You played with the likes of Kapil Dev and also played with the likes of Zahir Khan and Venkatesh Prasad. How's been the journey? Being part of two generations of cricketers.
I think it is like passing on the baton from one generation to the other. There is a responsibility for everybody to hand over that baton to the next one and to the next one. I think I got a tremendous support from Kapil Dev and co. I made very clear to Zahir and Ashish that what is the best thing to do as fast bowlers. What's the best way to handle fast bowling over year after year. Those discussions are very important for the newcomers to treasure them and implement them in their lives. So, that baton is somehow or the other passed from one generation to the other, which is a good thing. As of now, I think we are in the best phase of fast bowlers. I don't think India has ever seen these many good fast bowlers operating in tandem, like the Bumrahs, the Umesh Yadavs, Varun Arun is a fantastic talent who hasn't got a chance yet. Then you're looking at Ishant, who has turned out to be a fantastic test match bowler now. And also so many other fast bowlers. I'm so pleased with the way they are shaping up. I think IPL has done a wonderful job, which is a pressure cooker situation almost on every outing. And when under pressure, I think a lot of lessons are learned. And the way it's been translating to the ODIs, and I think what we need to do now is to translate that to test matches as well. It has translated. One or series is fine, but I think our fast bowlers are all well matured. I mean, Mohammad Shami, you can't miss out his name. He's another wonderful talent, what we have seen, and a senior fast bowler in the side. So I think if you go by the history of Indian fast bowlers, this line of bowlers will stand out. And they are the best I have seen of late working in tandem.
Your generation of fast bowlers, you for instance, you laid the pathway for all the fast bowlers what we're seeing today. You laid the stepping stone.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah.
So I don't think it is any stepping stone. Only thing is that you as a fast bowler, I think you should always be optimistic. You should always believe in posterity that you will have good fast bowlers who will come and take over. And also, it's a nice thing to feel that they will be better than you. And I think the kind of fast bowlers what we see now are definitely that.
So you have a huge fan following. Your bowling was after Kapil Dev, you're probably the best thing to have happened to Indian fast bowling. And people across all generations agree to that. But when you started off, I remember your hat trick. We used to hear about your hat trick against Hyderabad. First domestic game you played for Karnataka. And did you get that hunch that you're going to go all the way and play for India the way you did?
I was not seeing this as a profession, honestly. I just played it for the passion, for the love and the interest. I was self-motivated to play this game. I never thought that I would play for India, honestly. I just wanted to play this game, and one thing led to the other, and then finally I played the Ranji Trophy, and such performances, like getting a hat trick on debut, it's always a dream come true for any fast bowler. So that will change your mindset to some extent. That will open up ideas that look, I think there is a possibility that I might play the next level, and that happened with me. What it gives you is a kind of a push. It's a shot in the arm that you get to the attention of many, and then say, "Oh, this guy has got a hat trick in the first match, so we got to see who he is." So this helps, but at the same time, it's your hard work by the end of the day. I think it was be it Anil, myself, Prasad, the Karnataka boys. I think we never kind of relaxed at any stage. We just wanted to win all the games. So that was burning in our hearts all the time that we need to win. I think when we played cricket for Karnataka, the Karnataka team wasn't really doing that well. So therefore, we, in order to justify our inclusion in the team, that we had to really perform well. So therefore, the attitude was perfect. We had a similar attitude, myself, Anil, then Avinash Vaidya, and all these guys. I think we had a great attitude, I think. And therefore, winning became a passion for us. And automatically, when you look backwards, there are a lot of good things that we did to start winning the games.
Absolutely. And it was this attitude which saw you bowling at 150 in 1997-98 series against Australia. And then it went up to 157 later on. I mean, did it come naturally to bowl fast like that?
Yeah, it's all about in the action. I mean, I really didn't know how quick I was, but sometimes I was told that I was a little quick. Yes, I think pace helps. It is branding for any fast bowler. And I think when nobody likes a ball coming at a brisk pace, the batsman will not like it. So obviously, the moment he doesn't like, little fast, then obviously, you stand a chance of getting more wickets. I think I'm also guilty of the fact that I banked on my pace quite a bit, and that probably aired my length by pitching short all throughout my career until the technology came in and I started seeing what is going wrong in my length. That has then what happens is that all these years you have been used to bowling that length to go back or to pitch it a little up wasn't that easy for me. Anyway, I think the technology came to our rescue. That is probably at the fag end of my career. Therefore, so pace is one aspect. That's a very thrilling aspect of this game, but that's not all about. I think it's about the way you swing the ball, the way you move the ball, how you set up the batsman, the strategies, your energy levels within the conservation part. All of it, I think, come together to make a fast bowler. Yes, I think I was fortunate, and there was times I clocked probably 150 and above. But I think on an average, it was less than that. One odd spell maybe a little quicker.
There was an impression when you were new to the Indian team. Some senior cricketers, because of your sheer pace, probably advised you to bowl a little shorter. Probably, we get that feeling if you would have pitched the ball up, you could have, ended up not many, wickets at the highest level.
I think learning is within. I think we need to learn. So we seek help from people, but those are all tools to kind of invoke those learnings which are within us. So whether somebody asked me to bowl short or somebody asked me to, a lot of people who have asked me to bowl up as well, which I have not done, honestly. So it is our own learning. So you can't expect somebody else to come and spoon feed you. Yeah, in a good, kind-hearted, if somebody comes and gives you the right advice, and if that advice can sit on your competence, well and good, yes. I think that will enhance your game to a large extent. But sometimes, it doesn't work. Sometimes it works. So advices might come from all quarters, but you have to be smart to learn everything on your own. Use the advices nicely and then get the best out of you. So, I mean, it is unfair to say that somebody advised me wrongly or rightly, whatever. By the end of it, I think we need to have the skills to go and ask the right things from the right people. And that advice have to be implemented on your physiological side of your body. I mean, physiological side of you. It is not easy. Coaching is probably the most difficult part. So somebody saying one or two words and then you coming and implementing it straight away is not. It doesn't work like that. We have to work on our game, and as I said, it is all within us, and it all depends on how we invoke our own learnings.
After Kapil Dev retired in '94, you came across as a very powerful, bowler. I mean, you took 5 wickets. I remember one Test match against West Indies, scored 60 runs, got Man of the Match award. So, what was Srinath then?
I think I was young and I just wanted to perform. I got a chance to open the ball, open the innings for the India with the ball. So all good things happened during that period. West Indies is something playing against West Indies was something always heartening for me. They play some wonderful cricket. Sometimes it is raw, the pace, their style. They are very natural cricketers. And I always enjoyed playing against them. So that was one of my best series, actually. Um, my batting was good. I was young. My reflexes was far better. I had the skills to go right behind the ball. I was able to play short pitch balls better. But that was short-lived anyway.
And you always enjoyed. I mean, your former teammate Venkatesh Prasad, sir, he came on our show and he said he really enjoyed and cherished his. I mean, even now your partnership. He had the partnership with you. So can you just tell us about
The
those days?
longest fast bowling partner was Venkatesh Prasad, and we got along very well. We come from the same state. We come from a very similar background as well.
Yeah.
Similar family background, and he's a wonderful chap. Absolutely. He's a pure talent, and I think he has grown. Um, he became a wonderful fast bowler just because he had height, and he was able to utilize it to the. So if you go by the copybooks, you will not be able to put things together and say this is how somebody who is tall and somebody who is lanky would be bowling like this. I would say one of the best talents I have seen as fast bowlers in my era. His outswingers was fantastic. I still remember the England series when he made his debut. He was outstanding. I think none of the English players were able to put their bat onto the ball. He almost beat every 4 balls in an over. He got three or four 5-wicket hauls, and he was unplayable. And that was Prasad actually. Given the conditions and the bounce, what he used to extract because of his height. And I mean, even in the slog overs, I believe he's one of the best slog over bowlers in the country has ever seen. His deceiving from the back of the arm, the way he went about and bowling those slow ones was unbelievable. And we had a good friendship as well. Even now we are good friends and we enjoy a laugh once in a while. So Prasad and myself, we had a good stint for a while.
And I remember, in that '96 England tour, how the wicketkeeper used to collect the ball on the shoulder. That was quite a pleasant sight. And Indian pacers bowling like that, with that kind of pace and bounce.
Yeah, in England, some conditions when the wicket is little damped, you always get the good bounce and pace. But I think my experience in England during my Gloucestershire also helped to understand the conditions better. So I had a fair understanding, fair feel of the pitches across England.
So you are the only second player, I think. I mean, Azharuddin being the other one, who has played 4 World Cups, 92, 96, 99 and 2003. So
Yeah,
how
that's
you
because
look back at those tournaments?
well, those are all statistics. But I started with the World Cup. Actually, my career got launched because of the World Cup in 1991. So I was lucky. And then anybody who has a good 13 years of career will probably end up playing 4 World Cups. So it's just one of those statistical numbers, nothing that excites. But unfortunate that we could have won the finals. But we are up against one of the best sides in the world. They were on a roll. Nobody could even get closer to them. We lost the finals, and I couldn't really do much in that match. We couldn't win the finals. I mean, winning that finals would have been a real feather in the cap in my career, but that couldn't happen. You can't expect everything to happen in life anyway.
But what went wrong in that 2003 final? I mean, they battled.
We're up against, honestly, we're up against one of the best sides in the world. Of course, I mean, we could have, we had a chat after that talking about we should have fielded first, or we should have batted first and all of it. So those are all hindsight's expertise, what we bring post the match. That is not the fair discussions, but I think they were a better side, honestly. Man to man, I think in terms of experience, the same team had won the previous World Cup as well. So putting all this thing together, I think they were far ahead. We had to play all of us would have we should have played twice our potential. Probably that would have been the best result then.